Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome if you're new. This will be a daily tea collective energy update for those guided here. I do consider all my readings to be timeless. Alright, so the first card we got out is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the holder of faith and traditions. It's the revealer of the sacred. The Hierophant is a spiritual teacher, one who translates the sacred books and the arcane, the esoteric teachings. She crosses the bridge to the revelation of the divine and brings the wisdom back to earth in a language that seekers may understand. The Hierophant is the maven of ritual, ceremony, and meaning. She favors the community over the individual and realizes the importance of shared ritual. She's invested in institution, not for its own sake, but for this framework for consistent, informed devotion. A traditional system that invokes expansion and awareness and understanding and even enlightenment in spiritual seekers. It's about tradition and conformity. When the Hierophant appears in a reading, she's a sign of authority and maybe symbolic of an established, well-worn traditional path, one that you're expected to follow. This could range from following in the footsteps of what's been established in your family, could be career paths, religion, other belief systems, to conforming to the presence of your community. If you have strayed from your inherited cultural or religious traditions, or if you maybe never fully engaged with them, she might beckon for you to return. It could be that she sees an auspicious time for a new ritual that you need to enact, or for an existing one to be revisited. If you are engaged with a certain social cause, or if you have some type of an allegiance to one, she might be asking you to examine your commitment. She might arise to confront you with your own conformity. What are you conforming to that maybe needs to be re-examined? Perhaps you've given too much to what has come before, never establishing your own traditions. She might be encouraging you to answer the difficult questions of what you believe right now and why. And then we have the Four of Wands, which talks about building stability. It talks about paving a new path. I see this as nature, spirit helping you to examine these beliefs, examine these spiritual or otherwise belief structures. The Four of Wands could also be a time for celebration. You may want to incorporate some kind of new ritual into your life that paves this new path. When the Four of Wands appears in a reading, you can enjoy the arrival of what you've been waiting for. Might be a good time to gather those close to you, giving thanks to those who have provided help and guidance. It's time to welcome who you've become as you relish in the feeling of completion and its accompanying sense of accomplishment. And there could be something that you're being asked to celebrate. I see this as a leveling up of spiritual awareness in the collective through the Hanged Woman and the Two of Wands. This is that path that we're paving through surrender, through looking at things in a new way. And this rings to that Neptune square the galactic center energy that I talked about in one of the past energy updates. It's like our structures are being torn down. It's like creating this new path, surrendering to the unknown. The Hanged Woman also talks about sacrifices initiating revelation and the breaking of old patterns. Situations often arise in life that test our problem-solving abilities, and sometimes there's no resolution to these problems. We find ourselves at this kind of impasse with no obvious escape. But we can't push the river or manipulate the circumstances. We cannot impose our will nor present our case. This is the ideal moment when surrender is called for. Symbolically, and it looks like she's hanging in this figure 4, which reminds me of this 4 here. Symbolically, the position of her legs brings a sense of centeredness to the scene, which is a most vital quality right now in this energy we're in. The Hanged Woman usually appears at a time when we are in a need for a new perspective, or when there's old patterns that must be broken. She's here to encourage you to look at things from a different perspective. She supports shedding of unnecessary protections and unproductive beliefs. And whatever this is that you're going through, it might be frightening or uncomfortable to turn your world upside down at first and trust. But sometimes when the old familiar ways of doing things no longer work, it's the only thing we can do. Say yes, surrender in this moment with as much grace and ease that you're able, and allow this freshness, this new point of view to invigorate your heart, your mind, your body, your soul. This is creating a new way that's leading to enlightenment. We have 2 major arcana and 2 minor, both wands. So this is about creating your own magic. It's about planning, preparing with the 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands invites you to consider stepping out in faith, right? It's like weighing the options, whether you ought to take a risk or listen to your common sense and your imagination, even with the small choices in life. If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll continue to experience more of the same. No great task's ever been free of risk. In fact, risk is like the hallmark of all great accomplishments. Of course, the choice before you might not be monumental or dire or consequential, but the same principle applies. Carefully consider your options and don't reflexively choose the safe path. It's about stepping into your own personal power, your originality. Let's get some oracle cards here. What are we gonna okay, Beyond Lemuria is jumping out at me right now. Alright. So it's very multi-dimensional energy coming through. On the bottom of the deck already, I see the ether, which talks about the seamless unspeakable. It's that third language that I talk about all the time. We got new blueprints and the sound of the universe. I love this. This is literally exactly what we've been talking about, paving this new path. And something that had come up for me this morning was about how, money is nice, but we really need to remember what we came here for. Remember that we came here to be the change, to take action. New Blueprints is about taking a step, no matter how small. It's about igniting an upward spiral, right? Making positive change, creating a ripple of light. It's the epitome of be the change you wish to see. And despite our desire to see change, sometimes we can be overwhelmed by all that's going on in the world, and making a positive impact might seem impossible. But while it's healthy to have an interest in what's happening around us, it's important not to be so disheartened that we can't find the inner light to ignite even the tiniest upward spiral of improvement. It's about shifting your focus onto what's possible rather than what isn't. This card definitely inspires action, no matter how small. And I feel it like it's these little ripples, these little actions that create this bigger ripple of light in the world. Just remember, you are part of the bigger picture, the greater story. And your actions and your choices, your presence are all making a difference. You have a lot more power than you realize. So it's important to focus on what you can do and then do that well, right? Change takes time, so make plans, start now. And the sound of the universe is about life-changing experiences. It's about glimpsing the great mystery. It's about transcending mundane reality. It's about putting your energy into creating heaven on earth, listening to the information that's coming in and taking action on what's given. Having your world shaken up even a little can invite a deeper glimpse into the mystery of your life. And there's a myriad of ways to peek behind the veil of the mundane world. Some of you might want to incorporate like some dance or movement, or some type of like spiritual exploration. intuitive, creative pursuits can aim to like naturally imbue this awareness in your everyday existence so that you can avoid the sudden wake-up calls. Wake up to the hidden music, the harmony and wonder of your multi-dimensional world. This card's also about music as a sacred tool. It speaks of like the importance of having a soundtrack for our journey. In Lemuria, music was an essential aspect of ceremony, and it bridged the gap between matter and non-matter. Even in this dimension, music opens portals to an array of feelings, atmospheres. So maybe bring some more music into your life to expand your experience and like shift your sense of ordinary reality. Let's get a couple moon magic cards to wrap this up. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, commenting. I absolutely love hearing from you guys. Let me know how you enjoyed this reading. Please also make sure you are subscribed and hit the notification bell to be notified of upcoming videos. All right, the moon magic affirmations. I let go of the anxieties of others. I let go of the anxieties of others. Every day I focus on what is important. Every day I focus on what is important. I am magnetic to what I want. I repel what I do not want. I am magnetic to what I want, and I repel what I do not want. On the bottom we have, I am ready for something bigger, better and brighter. I'm ready for something bigger, better, and brighter. Thanks again for supporting the channel, liking, sharing, all the things. Till next time. Love you guys.